Hey guys, welcome back or welcome if it's your first time stopping by. My name is Sarah and I live in the UK with my husband and three boys. On my channel, I try to make cleaning relaxing or at least satisfying. Today, we are tackling a problem area that I know a lot of us are struggling with, especially this time of year: mold in the bathroom, the dreaded winter mold. I know firsthand how frustrating it is dealing with this unwanted guest. I thought today we could tackle it together because, frankly, I cannot stand to look at it anymore. And whilst I'm in the bathroom, it really needs a deeper clean. There are marks and messes all over the place that I have no clue what they are, nor do I actually want to know. So, there's a few ways you can go about evicting mold. You could do a bleach solution, so 1 part bleach to 10 parts water. You can use a mold and mildew remover. You can purchase this from most stores, and this is what I prefer to use. Or if you want to use something less harsh, white vinegar works really well too. Some people prefer to use a soft scrub brush, but I need to use a microfiber cloth because my ceiling is in desperate need of a paint. I'm not wiping and rubbing too hard. It's more of a dabbing motion because the harder I go in, I'm taking off a layer of paint, and I really don't want to be doing that. It looks really bad, I know. It's actually only appeared in the last couple of weeks. It was one of those situations where you notice a small black smudge and you think to yourself, oh, I'd better clean that before it gets any worse. But of course, you forget. I always forget. And then before I know it, I have a full blown mold infestation. The culprit in my house is condensation, especially from the shower. My family, me included, love to create a steam room effect. And I know the best method to avoid mold is to ventilate the room. But I think I speak for, I think, every person living in the UK right now. It's too cold. And we spend so much money on heating the home. Why would we open the windows? But this is definitely a conscious effort that I'm really going to try and make, even if it's only for a few seconds, just to let the steam escape. I am using Astonish's mold and mildew spray. I find this works really well, and I love this brand because the smell isn't as strong as the other, just as effective sprays. Luckily, because the mold hasn't been here for too long, it's a simple spray wipe done. But if you have more stubborn mold, letting the solution sit for 10 to 15 minutes gives it time to work its magic. I don't really need to tell you guys this, but just in case, always read and follow the instructions on the bottle. If you do need to let it soak, I highly recommend placing old towels on the floor just to protect it. If you have really stubborn mold, you may have to repeat this process a few times. So once you've wiped all the mold off, it's really important to dry it. Otherwise, it will return quite quickly. This year, we're going to invest in some mold resistant paint. It is expensive, but we just need there to be an extra layer of protection. So now I've dealt with the bit that's been bothering me for the last few weeks. I now need to do the other bits that have been bothering me for the last few weeks, and that is giving this bathroom a deep clean. Guys, it's disgusting. It's always bad. The marks that you saw earlier all along the bath, please don't be alarmed. They are actually from the cat. This is his favorite place to hang out when everybody is asleep. I don't know how he gets dirty paws because he's not actually the age where he can go outside yet. So he walks across the bath and leaves all these brown, I guess, mud prints. Oh, actually, that makes sense. I think I've just figured out what he's done. He had been digging in a plant. That's what he's done. Right. Okay. So that's why it's all brown up here. So he had been digging in a plant. And I guess what he's then done is gone up to the bath to do his nightly, I'm going to knock everything off and make as much noise as I can. And he's obviously got wet paws from mucking about in the bath. And because of the mud, then walked it all around the bath. So that makes complete sense now.
This is the end, a bitter end, a bit of heaven. So much we said, so much, but I'm much better off. No doubt we had the best times, but oh, ouch, you hurt me more times. So I held you close, hoping you would crack and leave. 'Cause I only fall in love with things I feel. If you ask me now, I'm happy that you're gone. And I'm so much happier now on my I tell my friends about the mess. They give you 10 bucks. It was their thing. Fly with the wings. Fight till the morning sun. Every time we end up in bed, you trigger me in million ways. Baby, say how we're still the same. Again and again and again. So I held you close, hoping you'd crack and leave. 'Cause I only fall in love with things I feel. If you ask me now, I'm happy that you're gone. And I'm so much happier now on my
So, how are we all doing this week, guys? How is your week going? I know that there's a couple of you that are really struggling with being poorly and with personal problems. I just want you guys to know that you are loved by us, by your YouTube community, and that we are giving you massive, massive hugs. And we hope that you feel better soon. And just know that you are in my thoughts and prayers daily. So this is normally the part in my video where I would talk to you about my highs and lows, but because I have started trialing 2 uploads a week, I don't think you guys want to hear me waffling on about my highs and lows twice a week. However, I don't think I will have highs and lows twice a week. Um, yeah, it's only been a few days since you guys were my therapist, so I don't have anything to report. But I do have something that's bothering me that it's kind of a controversial thing. I think some parents will totally get me and feel the same, and then other parents will be like, "Oh my goodness, I love doing things like that." But since having children, I really struggle with school functions. My son's school fair is tomorrow, and it's the last one that I will ever have to do because he is in year six. He will go into high school next September. So I know I need to push through and do it, but the thought of it just it makes me feel sick. Like there's so many kids, there's so many adults. There's what 150 children in the school, so it's a small school with 150 children and then 150 adults. It is just, I find it traumatic. It overwhelms me, it overstimulates me, but I know I need to do it. I need to be present for my son. And that's the thing, you know, the whole time that I've struggled mentally with school functions, I've pushed through and I've sat quietly and had a panic attack watching a school play because I needed to show up for my kids. No one knew around me. No one knew that I was having a panic attack because I mask them, I hide them. It's the thought. I think it's the thought that triggers me the most. The what ifs and you know what if this happens? What if that happens? It's all crazy because you guys know that I used to be a TA, so my dream job was being around more than 150 kids. Like I was in a college, there was well over 1,000 kids. Crazy how we can change, how situations and traumas change the narrative. I used to be that mum that loved turning up for her kid and watching all the school plays and going to parent teacher conferences and there was a point where I was going to get involved in the PTA, which I'm glad I didn't, by the way, because well, I'm just glad I didn't get sucked into that world. But I was the parent that enjoyed and wanted all that, and it all unfortunately changed when my older two, one of them's got an EHCP, which means an educational healthcare plan. So it means basically he's got special needs and he needs extra support at school. And with that came lots and lots and lots of meetings. And that I could cope with, I could deal with because it was it was benefiting my child having them meetings. But I also had another child who was displaying quite extreme behavioral problems. He was never violent, don't worry guys. He was just misunderstood. I told you guys last week that we've always said that he's had ADHD and Tourette syndrome. I feel like we had to fight primary school on that. At one point, I was the joke amongst my mummy friendship group in the playground, where when the teacher started walking towards us, they all stepped aside because they knew it was me that the teacher was coming to. Of course, at the time, it was kind of funny, but it really stung, it really hurt that I was associated with the naughty kid and everyone just knew it was me. And I remember when my child was in year R and year one, all the teacher had to do was point at me and motion me to come in to the classroom. unfortunately, because of all that, because of all the emails, because of all the phone calls, because of all the suspensions and my child not getting the right support, it tainted the magical moment that I should have with my children at school. I should have been allowed that magical feeling sitting in the front row, being my child's champion, supporting my child on sports day wholeheartedly. I have been there, I have shown up, I have been their champion, and I have supported them on sports day. But mentally, I've just wanted to break down and I've wanted to cry, throw up, all sorts of panic issues. And I feel like I've been robbed because support wasn't put in place for my child that should have been. I hope I'm making sense, guys, and I'm not throwing you through a loop, but I just wanted you. I guess the reason I'm sharing this story with you is because I know there's going to be a lot of you that can relate and understand. And what I want you to take away from this is we can have traumas and triggers and panic attacks, but still be very present for our children, even if we don't feel we are. All our kids need us to be is to be there, to show up for them.
I wanna close my eyes and go back, play it in my mind. A movie of us two, yeah, we were happy at the time. Can't remember what it felt like. We used to be so strong. That picture perfect sky now, it looks so gray and cold. We've been laying here since 4 a.m. and you haven't said a word to me. Silent treatment, is this what it feels like when your heart is aching, when it bleeds? If it's over, just say it out loud. Say those words, go ahead, just shout it out. Just be honest, be a man right now. Say it's over, if it's over. Do you remember when we went to Paris in July? Got stuck out in the rain, but we danced around and didn't mind it. So young and reckless, baby, you and I fit just like a glove, but I guess that's over now. We've been laying here since 4 a.m. and you haven't said a word to me. Silent treatment, is this what it feels like when your heart is aching, when it bleeds? If it's over, just say it out loud. Say those words, go ahead, just shout it out. Just be honest, be a man right now. Say it's over, if it's over. If it's over, just say it out loud. Say those words, go ahead, just shout it out. Just be honest, be a man right now. Say it's over, if it's over. We've been laying here since 4 a.m. Silent treatment, is this what it feels like? If it's over, just say it out loud. Say those words, go ahead, just shout it out. Just be honest, be a man right now.
So you would have seen that I had to call in my eldest son to come and help me get the shower curtain down. Guys, he's 14, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, like, I was looking him at eye level. I was looking into his eyes, eye level, and then I blink, and the next day, I'm looking up to try and meet his eyes. I just, how do they grow so fast? I mean, I know I'm only 5 foot, so it's not very hard to overtake me. My husband's 6 foot, so we were always gonna have taller children than me. But it was just such a sweet and funny moment between us because I called him to come and help me, and he took it down for me. He was laughing, he was mocking me, and he was like, "Oh, this is so hard. This is so high." I have the nickname of T Rex in my family because I have short arms and short legs, so I can't reach places. I mean, here I am literally, I am stood balancing on the bath and the toilet seat, just trying to get it back up. And he's still mocking me, by the way, as I'm doing this. But it was just really, it was a wholesome moment between us because he took it down, and as he was walking away, he patted me on the head and went, "There, there," and walked off. And it was just it. It was so so funny. So here we are, guys. We're at the end of the video. I hope I gave you some motivation today, and I hope I gave you some encouragement as well. If you are like me and seem to have problems with social anxiety, the bathroom is all nice and clean. I can confirm at the time of uploading this, it no longer looks like this anymore. It probably needs another deep clean. But on this evening, I did have a very nice bubble bath, knowing that my bathroom was pristine. Thank you for hanging out with me today, guys. If you're not subscribed, please consider. It really helps my channel out. If you like the video, give me a massive hug by hitting the thumbs up button. I hope you all have a fantastic weekend. Much love.